Shalom and welcome back to the channel. We are in the last day of this year, at least from the point of view of the calendar that I have been keeping, and maybe some of you have been keeping as well. It's the day 364, and I'm here tracking the luminaries this day. As I started yesterday. Today I'm measuring and observing the luminaries, the movement of the sun. I have been checking the moon as well, as I told you in the previous video. We are in the year of the Otot in plural, where we should see the sign on the sky, the sign of the heaven with the sun and the moon both together in the sky on a specific day, in the first day of the year. Actually, it's on the beginning of the second day of the year, according to the revelation in the book of Enoch, Hanoch in Hebrew. And just wanted to share with you an update. I have been measuring already the shadow of the gnomon, the nail in the sundial. So I just want to share with you what's the status and the results so far. It's still morning, the sun just appeared 1.5 hours ago, and so we just have the first mark over the sundial. So let me walk with you and let's see where we are. So I was using a little bit of the shadow of the tree because the sun is heating up. So let me show you where we stand. So basically here we have the shadow. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit, and you can see over there. So just taking the marks on the 15th of March according to the Gregorian, so those are the ones from today. So you can see I have been taking note and keeping the marks over there on the shadow, and the same thing with the other one here. Let me show you. There you have. So it's exactly the same information. And actually in this one it's interesting because we can see even more easily that especially in this one, that the sun is going up in that direction. Sorry, there you have this one from yesterday and this from today. So the line is getting more straight than yesterday. As I said in the previous video from yesterday, if you watch that one, most probably today is not going to be the equinox, based on the curve I see yesterday. But we will see. I don't know. We need to see the results at the end of the day to understand what's going to happen. And yesterday in the video that I recorded in the afternoon, unfortunately I got out of memory, so they didn't have any space. That's why the video got cut. And I was explaining that unfortunately in the second sundial, due to the inclination of the terrain here, the soil, it seems that the true north is not properly set. So what I have to do with this one in order to set it in the proper direction, I will need to wait until the sun is going on over this mark over here, this one, that this is the true north. I calculated in this table because this is much more better leveled, and as soon as the shadow is on that line, on the center, I need to go here to this sundial, and I need to make sure that at the same moment the shadow of the string, it needs to be exactly on the middle of this arm, the vertical arm. So we will see. Today is gonna be an interesting day. I'm gonna keep recording and keeping a track of the shadow to see what's going to be the final result of the tracking or observing the luminaries today. I'm just waiting for the tomorrow that if everything goes right. It should be the first day of the year to see what's gonna happen with the Ot in the sky in the Shaman. Let me change a little bit. Much better. Because we need to see the moon. The moon rising tomorrow afternoon, right after the sun is set. The moon needs to appear, needs to be a full moon. And in the morning, you know, the moon needs to rule the entire night. This is the way that is being described in the scripture, is in the book of Hanoch and also in Bereshit in Genesis. And needs to rule all the night. And in the morning, when the moon is going to set, the sun needs to be in the sky as well. There needs to be a sunrise, and the sun and the moon needs to be seen in the sky. That's the way that is described in the book of Hanoch. So that's supposed to happen tomorrow afternoon. This should happen in the evening, and the sun and the moon all together needs to be on the following day, in the morning of the following day. That should be on Thursday morning, according to the Gregorian calendar. So we will see. I'm a bit prepared to with a little bit more of technology to see how we can see the luminaries from a better position. The good thing, as I was telling you on this location, is that despite there are many trees, I have more visibility. You know, we don't have so many hills or mountains, or at least they're not that close. So it's gonna be much easier to see the moon, you know, and I have been checking and observing the moon every day. And if you're wondering why I'm mentioning so much the moon, because the moon is part of the system, it's part of the clock system that YaHuWaH created. And we need to make the differentiation between those that are observing just the moon and keeping the moon as the main luminary, with compared to using all the luminary system, all the luminaries, the sun, moon, and stars, in order to define and understand the times and the season. So in this case, as I was explaining to you a few years ago in a video about the moon on the calendar series, the moon is serving as a second witness. You know, the sun and the stars is written in the book of Hanoch are the one somehow keeping the track of the year in order to be at 364 days. But the moon is serving as a second witness. And if you go through the Dead Sea Scrolls, especially on the priestly curses, on the priestly rotation, the moon was playing an important role in the whole clock. And I think I shared with you this in the past. I think the moon is helping us to sync up the entire calendar, understanding that the months and the days are being governed mainly by the sun. But the moon is helping us to put in sync of the entire calendar, especially when we talk about the Shemitah, the 7 years, and we are talking about the Yoelim, the Jubilees, the years. And lately I haven't studying about the priestly rotation in the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and there's so much information. It's really interesting. I just created my spreadsheet with all this information. If I have the chance, I will record a video to share this information with you. And as I told you yesterday in the first video, we need to keep studying this topic. It's not going to be a matter of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We can see in the witness of the Dead Sea Scrolls, it was a matter of lifetime for the Sadokites, for the priests, for the Kohanim, to keep the tracking on the luminaries. And you can see the evidences on the Dead Sea Scrolls. They were tracking the jubilees, the cycles of the 7 years, even a greater cycle of 284 years, where the entire rotation was resetting completely. The rotation of the Kohanim, I mean the priests. So, we are not gonna be able to get to the full understanding in 1, 2, 3, 4 years. It will require more time. And during that time, we need to keep observing, we need to keep praying, we need to keep studying. That's the only way that YaHuWaH will open our mind to His understanding and to give us even more wisdom, in the same way that He already started a few years ago giving us wisdom. We need to be patient and we need to wait on Him. So in the meantime, we need to keep doing our part. We need to keep studying it, and we need to keep observing the luminaries, just to wait for the right moment when YaHuWaH will give us His wisdom. So I'm gonna keep it until here. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to be recording more videos like this just to show you the results. So until the next one, YaHuWaH be with you all. Shalom. We're very close to solar noon. I think, yes. Check. It's going too much easier to check this one from here. So in this moment we are in solar noon. So let's go there. Perfect. So this is perfectly pointing to the north now. Good. And this one needs to be set in, oh, you're gonna be able to see it, but should be 33.98. It's fluctuating in 92. That's much closer. It says 34, and it has a deviation of 0.02, as you can see in the description there. So I'm gonna just a bit. Okay, that's much better. So according to this one, that's the basically the result today. See it there. You can see, so it's way above the center. So as expected, today is not the equinox. We'll continue measuring in the other sundial throughout the day to see what's the result with the straight line. So shalom. So we just passed the solar noon a few minutes ago, and I just noticed that I didn't have the proper numbers on the instrument to the altitude in this place. Actually, I was showing that was 33.98 when the actual number based on this location is 38.98, and then now it's set on this proper altitude. Okay. And actually I saw something weird when I was recording before, because the shadow was above and it should be below, because the sun is moving to the other direction in my case. So now it's properly set, no change to the pointing to the north, just in the inclination of the sundial. And anyways, we see that we are still in this case way below the center of the sundial. So anyways, today is not the equinox. We need to wait. I will keep measuring in the coming days to see what's the result. I will confirm and also that is properly pointing to the north, as I saw and you saw as well in the previous video. Seems to be pointing right, because according to the true north that I calculated in this other sundial, it should be on the center. It was in the center of the vertical arm. So let's keep praying, let's keep monitoring, let's keep seeking understanding to see what's gonna be the resolution, what YaHuWaH put in our hearts. Okay, let's keep it there. See you in the next one. Shalom.